Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from the Palatial Studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Well, thank you very, 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 very much, Mr. Announcer.
Can you add one more very in there this morning?
Yes, very.
Or make a variation
American.
of it?
It's Friday.
That's right. It is Friday.
Does anybody mind if I turn on my radio?
No, you can turn your radio on. It's perfectly fine.
You people ready to have some fun?
Yeah, we're ready to have some fun. We are a blended show this morning. The time is 6:08 this morning. And Mr. Clock, would you please verify the time?
It's now 6:08 a.m.
That's right. We're very, 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 very blended this morning, Bonnie.
Add one more very to that.
I will. We're very, 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 very blended this morning.
And it's not very rainy, but it's a little bit rainy on the drizzly side if you're heading out to this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting any rain till like Sunday. I thought I saw that in the forecast.
For shizzle, without a doubt, want to welcome in our WPSL listeners this morning. You're listening to a blended show this morning on both radio stations. G and Ray have the morning off. I gave them the morning off. They asked me if they could have a morning off, and I said, by all means, take the morning off. I'm not paying you, but you can have the morning off.
Why would they have to ask you to have the morning off?
I don't know. They just felt they needed to call me and ask me.
Because you need to feel important.
Yeah, well, you know,
I
it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice.
Yeah,
Always remember that.
I think they had to go to Carol and Greg for that occasion.
I know that. You know, I'm just busting chops.
Yeah.
But no, we rotate around, you know, if we need a day off. I mean, we all have busy lives. Sometimes we have to go to the doctor. Sometimes we have to go to the dentist. Sometimes we have to go to the gynecologist. Wherever we got to go. I don't think Ray or G has to go to the gynecologist for anything. If they do, they're doing something I don't know about. That's for sure.
Well, we just hope that it's a good occasion. You know, the reason that they had to take a day off.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take that personal day just to get things done.
Yeah, they got to refuel, you know. Hey, what the heck is that thing right there?
Oh.
What do you have, your secret sauce in there or what? I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool.
A huge coffee thermos that my stepkids bought me for my birthday this year.
Pretty damn good looking.
It is. It's nice. I think it fits.
I'd be afraid to take that thing out of the house. It looks so pretty.
Fits almost my whole coffee pot of coffee. You know, when I'm not using the Keurig, I make the coffee in the coffee pot.
That's pretty cool. And it stays hot in there?
Yeah.
Oh.
It does.
Okay.
And it will all morning.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
I like that. It's pretty cool looking there.
Need your coffee in the morning.
Gotta have it.
Yeah.
I had my yogurt this morning, so I'm good to go.
Oh,
until like 8:30. 8:30 is when I eat my breakfast. Like right when Randy Siegel in the Space Report comes on, that's like my cue to heat up my breakfast in the microwave. I've got like 7.5 minutes to woof it down, and then I'm all good to go.
The donuts that Jeff brought us yesterday
morning, man,
morning,
those were so good.
There wasn't a single taste that went to waste with those donuts. Brought them to work, and they were all gone by the end of the night.
Beautiful. Love it.
It was like a nice thing because I come in when people are coming out at 3:30. You know, they got their shift done.
Right.
And the people that finish their shifts, of course, they're grabbing donuts. They're like, delicious. We're hungry now. And it was perfect. It made perfect for all the donuts to go.
That's a beautiful thing. I put on a few pounds after yesterday's donut fest.
I know.
Here in studio. So I was all sugared up yesterday, and maybe some stranger will come by and bring more donuts this morning. Anything's possible. Hey, if you want to call the program, we welcome your phone call. If you're listening to us on our sister station, WPSL, our phone number is 772-220-9788, 220-WSTU. If you have anything you want to say or get off your chest, we are your virtual psychologists.
And, you know, and since we are broadcasting to the St. Lucie County listeners this morning and more of them, there are a couple of seafood events coming up in your area this weekend, too.
Tell us about it.
There's a Seafood Soul Fest that's going to be at the Causeway Cove Marina this weekend. And actually, that's going on tomorrow, Saturday, on Seaway Drive in Fort Pierce. So you can get traditional seafood and soul food there, as well as a variety of live music, even with live blues, country. They're going to have funk music, jazz, R&B, rock, Latin, reggae, all kinds of music out there to enjoy too tomorrow. And there's another seafood festival going on. This one's up in Indian River County. the 12th annual Indian River Marine Flea Market and Seafood Festival at the Indian River County Fairgrounds in Vero Beach.
Wow.
Which I have never been to. I've been to the one several times out in St. Lucie County, of course, out at Midway. But I've never been to the Indian River County Fairgrounds.
Very
but,
nice.
That's where another delicious seafood event is going to be.
I'm going to have a food fest at my house this weekend.
Are you?
Yeah, if anybody wants to come on over if you can figure out my address.
What y'all making?
I have no idea. Haven't decided yet.
Are you going to grill it on the Ninja Foodie Grill?
Oh, you better believe it. The Ninja Foodie Grill does everything in the Nine household without a doubt. But I can tell you this much. I learned, and normally I am very good about things like this. I am out of boneless chicken breast in my house. And normally I keep a very good stock and supply of boneless chicken breast because we're well, at least I am. I'm a huge chicken eater. I eat a lot of chicken.
Yeah, you do.
And I'm out. And where I buy it at, it's only $1.79 a pound. And people are like, where's he buying his chicken for $1.79? Because at some of the big box stores, it's like $3.29 a pound, $3.79 a pound. Well, I get my chicken breast for $1.79 a pound. I'm not going to tell you where. If you want to know my little secret, you can call me up and I'll share it with you.
I wonder if I could say, bravo, bravo.
Thank you. I appreciate that round of applause.
No, I'm giving a hint of where you might be buying your chicken breast.
No, not at Bravo. I can tell you that much.
Okay.
Definitely not Bravo.
I mean, I've purchased chicken there before. I haven't gone in there in like a really long while, but once in a while on a Saturday, I would venture in to see what I can find at low price.
So what's on tap for you this weekend? What are you going to be doing?
You know, I think, to be quite honest, now I don't know.
All right, be honest. Don't be lying to me now.
So, like, I think I maybe can relate with you and maybe a lot of people on this matter.
All right, go ahead. Do I need to play some Zen music for you?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Maybe some dun dun dun.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my Zen music out here. Okay. All right, go ahead. Tell me, lay down on my virtual couch, Bonnie, and talk to Dr. Nine here.
I've decided that I might make an appointment to see a spiritualist.
What? Are you feeling okay? No. Oh, this is the perfect music for this.
Yeah.
Really? So you're going to go get it like a reading?
Maybe like
a tarot card reading?
Spiritualist kind of.
Really?
I don't know if on the morality issue, I don't know if I'm into psychic, like you should know the future and all that.
I can't be having you read my mind on the air.
But when they're like a maybe mixed of spirituality and finding and, you know, I think reason being is, Evan, I've lost 3 key people in my life in the last 2 years.
All right.
And, you know, it's like,
interesting.
Your emotions kind of go up and down with that.
My wife actually just lost her aunt yesterday, her mother's sister. We got unfortunate news. She passed away yesterday. She was very ill.
Oh,
she's been very ill, so we're dealing with that in our household. But
was she close to that aunt?
It's I don't know. I really don't know. I don't get into all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, spiritualists can take you to the other side. And put you in contact with your deceased. And I've seen that actually done.
Have you really?
Yeah, there's a lady. I can't think of her name.
Around here?
No. She's very, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Sylvia Brown?
No, she's very popular and she's on television. She used to have a TV series. She has blonde, poofy hair. Oh, I can't think of her name.
I think it's Dr. Sylvia. That's a doctor.
No. The name is on it's on the tip of my tongue. You know, I follow her on Instagram too.
I can see her. I can see
Yeah, she's
her.
a Long Island psychic. Google
Long Island
psychic.
Okay.
Google Long Island psychic,
I will
and you'll find her name.
You.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, Google Long Island psychic if you would, and you'll get her name. But yeah, she's really like I don't want to say freaky, but she will Long Island Psychic Medium is what she's called.
The Long Island Medium came up. Teresa Caputo.
That's it. That's her. Yes, that's her. She does some amazing stuff.
Does she really?
Yeah, I've seen her on TV before, and she will like take you, and she will read the deceased and bring things out to you, and just totally blow your mind.
Do you think it's all real?
Oh yeah, I believe in that stuff. Yeah, she's amazing.
See now, like
You can watch her shows on TV. You'll have to go to YouTube and find some of her YouTube videos and watch them. It'll blow you away completely.
When I go to one, Evan, I think I'm going to leave my mind open to it.
Oh, you have to. You have to.
The thing is, I think if the psychic starts saying things that I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, this has to be true. How did she know that? In the back of my mind, I'm going to be wondering, well, did she go to my Facebook pages from years past at first?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't
she or
think
he.
So. I don't think so.
I'm not going to go like in with a total disbelief.
No.
But sometimes you just want to, sometimes your emotions just run on and on and on and you just want answers.
Well, you know what you can do is they have places that you can go to where you don't even have to call, make an appointment, and you can just walk right in.
Whoa.
And
wow.
Now that alleviates all thoughts of them doing homework and due diligence on you before you come in and finding out anything. So if you cold turkey walk into a place and go in and get a reading and talk to somebody, they have no idea who you are when you come in.
Okay. The place I plan on going, I think
you don't have to reveal it on the air.
They might require an appointment where I'm going.
Call them up and ask. Ask them if you can come in first.
And I haven't completely decided, if I'm going in yet. Like I pray and it's like a part of me is thinking, well, your faith in God and Jesus should be enough.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Yeah. And then again, if you make an appointment too, you don't have to give your real name. Don't give your real name.
You're right.
Give a different name. Go in for the appointment. This way, now they can't do their homework on you either.
And then they'll be with their arms folded right away because they are psychics. They'll say, "We know you lied about your name."
Yeah, they probably will. they definitely probably will. But if you're going to do something like that, I mean, I don't discourage it. I'm not one to encourage or discourage, but I think that's a very cool thing to do.
Yeah.
It could put you at peace. Yeah. Honestly, it could put you at peace. With I know the loss of your mom was just over a year ago, and I know it's hard to deal with certain things pertaining to your mom. Because I know I lost my dad when Gavin had just turned 4 years old, and that's 14 years ago.
Yeah.
So for me, I still suffer 14 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, 14 years later, I still reel and I still cry about my dad.
Here's a question. Do you look at your Facebook pages and like see things, and do you compare it to when Dad was alive and after Dad passed?
Oh, all the time.
I'm doing that myself lately. And
all the time.
So it's like I got to grab myself and ask myself, am I delving too into the past and having too many memories?
No,
and
not at all.
Living for now.
No, not at all.
So
not
there's a concern.
No, not in the least bit. I don't think so. Because you're bringing up good memories. Yeah. Those were all good memories of your mom that you had with your mom. And you want to keep those memories always alive. Just like with my dad, I always want to keep those memories alive when my dad was alive. And I still think of them, and they're all great memories.
But do you think when somebody passes might transgress too much to like when you were a kid, like be doing it too much, too often?
I don't. In my humble opinion, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't dwell on my dad's death. Every now and then I'll be driving down the road and think of something, or I'll see a place, or something of that nature. Like I just went recently and visited my dad at the cemetery. My parents are buried down in Fort Lauderdale. And when I went and actually got my COVID shot, that was 5 weeks ago. I went and stopped and paid my respects to my parents. And I stayed probably just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes.
Which is a normal thing. There's
really no norm, because I have seen people that will go visit their parents at a cemetery that will take a lawn chair, a picnic basket, and they will sit there for hours. And there's nothing wrong with that.
And then you got
all.
And then you have the real upset moms and dads who their kid passed before they did, who will visit that cemetery every day.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just a form of it's a form of the way you heal in life. Everybody heals differently and has different ways that they heal their hurt in their heart. I chose just to go and stay for 5 or 7 minutes. That was just me. It's not that I had enough, so to speak. I just felt I went. I paid my respects to my parents, talked to my parents for a few moments under my breath so nobody could hear, and then that was it. And then I left. Some people stay for hours. It's just a form of healing. It's the way you heal. Just like you think psychic.
Yeah.
You want to possibly get closure on something in your heart is telling you to go see a psychic because you need to heal about something. I'm not a psychic. I'm not a psychologist, but there's something telling you to go.
Well, those loved ones, the loved ones that I lost have already come to me in my dreams, and they come early. So there should be closure for me. So I should be feeling okay. But I think the normalcy is like maybe if you lose 3 or 4 people in the course of a couple of years that have been key people to you, there's going to be some ups and downs going on.
There's definitely a lot of hurt. There's definitely a lot of hurt there. If you've lost three or so people in the last couple of years, and I get it, I understand it. But,
and then you start thinking about your own mortality.
Yeah.
And even more.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're like,
agree.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I would encourage you to go and if it's going to give you some peace of mind and relaxation and that closure that you're looking for, by all means, I would highly encourage you to go, go do it. Talk to Gary, see what Gary says, get your boyfriend's thoughts. He may look at you and say, Bonnie, you're nuts.
He would probably say, don't spend the money.
He may say, don't spend the money, or he may very well say, you know what, dear, if you think that that's what you need and that's going to give you closure, I'll support you. If my wife wanted to go see a psychic, I would open her car door and say, go.
Support her.
Here's the keys and just go and do what you need to do.
I think that's really important that you support one another.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's good.
I agree. Great. Excellent. I really enjoyed that conversation. That was really good. You want to voice your opinion about that? Oh, we got a call. Somebody's calling real quick. Let me take this call before we go to news. Okay. Hi, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning. Are you guys talking about doing weird stuff up there?
No, Jeff. We're just going to news. Give us a call back in about 7 minutes, if you would, okay?
See you later, guys.
All right, bye-bye. All right, let's go to news over at the news desk, and Bonnie's standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. A massive investigation has led to a drug bust worth more than $50 million in Polk County, and Operation Dirty Water involved multiple law enforcement agencies and netted the largest amount of methamphetamine in any large-scale investigation. Sheriff Judd says the operation has ties to the Juarez Mexican drug cartel. Former President Trump said yesterday he is 100% thinking about running for president again in 2024 and would certainly consider Governor Ron DeSantis as his running mate. Trump made the comment on Mornings with Maria on the Fox Business Network. Trump called DeSantis a friend of mine and a great guy. Well, plans for a Costco have passed the next step in its journey to Stuart. Residents lined the halls and out the door as they watched the city's local planning agency debate whether to approve the plan. After passing the local planning agency unanimously, the proposal will now need to be heard by the city commission before it is final. Residents who both support and oppose the shopping center spoke at the meeting. The location is like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, said one resident. I am pretty sure that the majority of the people who are against it up there, said another resident. Among the top concerns were growth in traffic and the location next to several small businesses. U.S. Representative Brian Mast Wednesday urged the relocation of Pahokee residents at risk from algae that's over 100 times more toxic than what the federal government deems unsafe. The Treasure Coast congressman also urged the federal government to prohibit Lake Okeechobee discharges when there's unsafe, toxic algae and to create standards for notifying at-risk communities of immediate health risks. In letters dated April 28 to the Pahokee mayor and the Environmental Protection Agency, the Palm City Republican raised concerns about health risks for those living close to the Pahokee Marina and Campground, and he highlighted how Lake O discharges are a vehicle for sending that algae to coastal communities, including Stuart. Mast, who represents Martin and parts of Palm Beach counties, urged Pahokee Mayor Keith Babb to provide alternative housing options for residents living around the marina until the water is determined safe. 3 people after a Thursday crash on Southwest Bayshore Boulevard. See police. The incident happened about 1:30 p.m. Traveling north on Southwest Bayshore Boulevard, tried to take a left or make a U-turn, crossing Southwest Bayshore Boulevard by Southwest Duxbury Avenue, said Sergeant Keith Bowen, police spokesperson. A Lexus Sport utility vehicle traveling south collided with the Buick. Bowen said the crash location is between Crosstown Parkway and Northwest Prima Vista Boulevard. The Buick driver, a woman, was taken to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center and Heart Institute and nurse, while the passenger, a man, was taken to Cleveland Clinic Tradition Hospital. Both sustained serious injuries. The driver of the Lexus, a woman, had minor injuries and was treated at a local hospital. Boehm said there were no signs of impairment. No other information had been available on Thursday. Well, lastly, the South Florida Science Center is giving you a preview of their new dinosaur exhibit, but this one is different from their prehistoric ones of past. It's a very different exhibit, but it's very interactive, said Melinda Grentz, marketing director, South Florida Science Center. The Science Center, known for bringing dinosaur exhibits around every few years, but this one different. Instead of those classic animatronic life-size dinosaurs that you can't interact with, we decided to switch it up and bring in this giant interactive maze, a maze with questions that if you answer wrong, you hit a dead end. There are different missions around every corner. There's even an activity where you can put on dinosaur shoes and feel what it feels like to walk and make tracks like a dinosaur. And for nervous parents worried about germs, well, the Science Center is one of the first to receive GBAC Star accreditation, and things are just always being cleaned around you. Whenever you go and touch something behind you, wiping it down, said Grentz. And what had been expected for months finally became official Thursday night when the Jacksonville Jaguars used the number 1 overall selection in the 2021 NFL Draft on Clemson quarterback Trevor Lawrence. The 21-year-old Lawrence was the top-rated quarterback in this year's draft class, a strong group that also includes BYU's Zach Wilson, Ohio State's Justin Fields, North Dakota State's Trey Lance, and Alabama's Mac Jones. 6:29 news time, weather and traffic together next.
.30 right now. Evan and Bonnie, we are a blended show this morning. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by our good friends at Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, on the roadways in St. Lucie County, on the Turnpike southbound at the Okeechobee exit, there's some road construction going on. The left lane is closed in that area for construction, so use caution there. Up here down here, I should say, in Martin County, we're looking at a good ride. Expect US 1 look at the major highways right here being clear. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 70 Port St. Lucie, and in Westport, Ireland, it's 52. And here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Friday, sunshines. It is a mild and muggy start to the morning in South Florida. Temperatures starting off in the low to mid 70s and some light rainfall possible for the morning drive. This afternoon, hot and humid weather, highs reaching the upper 80s with heat index values in the mid 90s. We'll see partly sunny skies today and about a 30% chance for showers and maybe a stray thunderstorm. Over the weekend, highs stay in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies with a 30% chance for some showers and a couple of thunderstorms. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
It's 6:33 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. G and Ray have the day off. We are a blended show, so if you're listening to us on WPSL for the very first time, welcome in. Thank you so much for tuning into the program. If you want to call, we have policy here, like people have open doors. We have open phones all the time, 24/7. Give us a call, 220-9788. That's 772-220-9788.
We have open doors, but not open barn doors.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't have a lot of farm animals over here, so
no farm animals. No, every once in a while a cow or a chicken or somebody will come in here or something like that.
Do you remember the last time somebody told you, "Hey, your barn door's open"?
All the time. I look down when they say that. That's a guy thing. That's a guy thing. When they say your barn door's open, they mean your zipper's undone.
Yeah, one time I was downhill skiing, Evan.
Not uphill.
I was up at Whitecap and skiing down the hill, yes.
Okay.
And so I was wearing these tight jeans.
Oh boy.
And trying, and when you're 16, and you're trying to fit padding, your long johns underneath your
skinny jeans.
Yeah,
it's just not going to work.
Well, I was skiing down the hill, and then I guess my barn door was open from that. And
oh, Lord.
All you could see were the long johns through it.
Oh, geez.
And then a guy yells out, "Hey, partner, your barn door's open."
And did you just look around what barn? What barn is where?
As I'm skiing down the hill. And then I got to the bottom and I looked, and I guess my barn door was open.
Wow. Okay.
But he yelled it out so that, other skiers, their heads just did 360s so everybody could take a look.
Oh,
and people on the chairlifts too heard.
Jeez.
So it wasn't fair to be embarrassed in that sort of way.
So I guess you could say they call that a show on the slopes.
Yeah.
Let's do some viral videos. This is a segment that for those of you that I've never listened to our show before, we do this each and every weekday morning where we talk about a couple of viral videos on the internet. And I have one or two for you. There's a couple of guys from the Two Set Violin YouTube page who played Beethoven's Fifth Symphony using nothing but toy instruments. Toy instruments. All right. And it's pretty impressive, Bonnie. You have to hear this thing.
Did they steal the instruments from their kids?
I don't know, but listen in. One of them's on a kazoo. All right, I heard enough. Oh, that was enough.
They do all right with it, though.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I like the guy with the little toy drum around his neck where it's go boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
that.
It's kind of like a Nickelback song where you can listen to a song, but you can't listen to the whole darn album.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Exactly. I agree with you 150%. Here's another viral video. It's called Guess This Sound. I'm going to play the viral video sound, and then I'm going to give you three choices, and you tell me what you think it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. All right, that's all you get. You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Sounds like an instrumental for the Campbell's commercial. Good.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's a pretty good guess. I possibly would have guessed that. So here's your three guesses. Tell me what you think it is. A depth charge warning from a World War II submarine, three guys playing out of tune guitars, or a very weird sounding doorbell. What do you think it is?
I'm going to go with that very weird sounding doorbell, Evan.
The very weird sounding doorbell is correct.
Oh.
Yes,
wow.
That is a doorbell that it's on its last opening and closing.
Hey,
it's on its last leg.
But at least it's working.
Yeah. That's a very sad doorbell. I will say that much.
Wow.
The doorbell needs a little help. Without a doubt.
I get alarmed when I'll hear my doorbell sometime in the afternoon and wonder, who could be there? And it'll be the Amazon man.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe the UPS guy just ringing that bell that, hey, there's a package here. And then that's cool.
Yeah.
And then I'm relieved that it wasn't anybody else.
Hey, Bonnie, I found a very interesting stat that I thought you would like. All right. It is the, let me find it here. Where'd it go? The top 10 cities where people will live the longest. Okay. Top 10 cities where people will live the longest.
Can I make a guess?
You could guess. I'll tell you if one of them is on there.
I'm wondering if it's Denver, Colorado, because it's really high. Have to do with altitude or anything with where you live the longest?
No,
not
it's
in
not
there?
on the list. No, not on the list. But we'll get to the list in a minute because we have a phone call, and I never like to keep calls waiting.
No?
Good morning. You're on the air.
Well, that's very nice of you, my friend.
Well,
my question is to you. Do you remember a band that did a song called Who Could That Be Knocking at My Door?
Yeah, that's Men at Work.
Yeah, that's it. I couldn't think of their name. I keep thinking they're from Australia, aren't they?
Yeah.
I actually met the lead singer of that band, Colin Hay, some years ago.
Yep.
He came to my studio.
That's Men at Work. Who Can It Be Now? And they also had another tune called something about Down Under or something like that. Yeah.
And Overkill.
Different sounds in their music.
Yeah, they were a good group. Men at Work.
Yeah, they were a good. They were a very good band.
Very one of the most popular from the 80s. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for
probably be popular today if they just play them again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
agree.
Songs that sort of caught in your head. You know what I'm saying? Tick, 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 you know, it's like that knocking song when y'all were talking about the doorbell and knocking on the door, and I'm like, what? That just popped in my head.
My favorite was the Three's Company one, the theme of
Come on, knock on your door.
I've been waiting for you.
Right.
Oh, that's another one. We should do a song about knocking.
We could go many different ways with that one. Trust me.
So I'm not saying nothing.
Neither am I.
Right,
somebody's knocking at my door. All right, man. Listen, have a wonderful day. Thank you for the donuts yesterday. Appreciate that.
No problem. Anytime.
Yeah, they were definitely amazing. You're welcome to bring donuts anytime to us.
They were good.
All right.
All right, buddy.
I
Take
might
care.
surprise you.
All right. I love it. Thanks a lot, buddy. Have a great day. So anyway, top 10 cities where people live the longest. Coming in at number 10 is Bridgeport, Stamford, Norwalk, Connecticut. People live to be 82.71 years old there.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, these are true stats, Bonnie.
Bridgeport,
Stanford, Connecticut. 82.71 years old. Coming in at number 9, Corvallis, Oregon. People live to be the average age of 82.80 years old.
Okay, they're finding people living longer in these cities,
right? As we go, the ages are going to get.
Oh.
Coming in at number 8, Santa Cruz, California. 82.83 years old.
Sounds like a very neat, exotic place to live. Santa Cruz.
State College, Pennsylvania. Average age to live to 82.92. Yuma, Arizona. 82.93. Coming at number 5, Boulder, Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Boulder, Colorado.
Boulder, huh?
With the average age of 82.97.
Oh, wow. Uh-huh.
Coming in at number 4, Kahului, Waikiki, Hawaii. 83.29 years of age. Coming in at number 3, San Francisco, Oakland, California area. Average age people live to 83.37.
Living long on the San Francisco Bay. Long, not wrong.
We're staying there. Coming in at number 2, San Jose, California. 84.55 years of age. And the number 1 city where people live the longest.
That it's us. Right
here. We're in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
You are correct. It's Naples, Marco Island area.
Oh, really?
86.6 years of age.
Yeah? Oh.
How about that one, Bonnie?
Who would have thought?
86.6 years of age, the number 1 city where people live the longest.
Naples, Florida.
Florida.
Very wealthy over there,
yes.
too. It's very, very well-to-do in that area.
Yep, for sure. Definitely so. Bonnie, did you know that 6% of people gardened as a way to socially distancing while dating? They garden. We'll have to ask the plant lady that. She's going to be on later with us.
We'll have to ask her if she's had a date or two over while she gardens.
Yeah. I don't know. Is she married or single? I don't know.
I don't know if we should get too personal with Linda.
Oh, why not?
I don't know.
Why not? She's like family.
Yeah.
We can ask her.
Okay.
We'll find out if she uses Tinder, if she swipes left or right. Maybe they have Tinder for plant ladies, or they have like different things.
Yeah.
Let me see who's on the phone here. Hi, good morning. You're on the air.
All right. It was Men at Work Down Under was 1983.
Oh, okay.
When Who Could It Be Now was 1982.
That's right. It was from the land of Down Under. Yes,
it was just called Down Under.
Okay, and those were the two songs that Men at Work had.
Two big hits, both top 5 hits, by the way.
Oh wow! Okay,
yeah.
Top 5. Leave it to Phil. He's probably sitting on the throne with his Billboard book out. As we're speaking. No, Phil is the music connoisseur. If we ever have any questions, all questions, Phil is going to take care of us.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right.
Phil and I are actually going to be at a bridal show this Sunday down in West Palm Beach.
Wonderful.
Yeah, he's wearing the wedding dress, and I'm wearing the
he's wearing the tuxedo.
Did you buy the wedding dress already?
I did. It fits me very well. I just had my final fitting yesterday.
Oh.
No, but we're doing a bridal show at the Airport Hilton on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's going to be a great event. There's going to be over 150 brides coming through, and we're going to hopefully ramp up some business for the entertainment company.
Yeah. There you go. You got to go and promote.
Yep. Phil's going to put on his Personality Plus and talking to all. Please do not let Fredo come to the bridal show. Okay. Please do not keep that man away from the bridal show. I do not want him there.
Just tell him there's not beer being served there.
Yeah, there's no liquor
He'll probably stay away.
They do serve liquor at the
little
bridal
bit,
show.
do they?
They walk around with champagne and chocolates and hors d'oeuvres and just all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember going to one of those in Jupiter, and they had the chocolate fountain and the strawberries.
Yep. Just bring your appetite, Phil, because we are going to take you out to breakfast after we are done setting up, and you're going to have a breakfast like no breakfast before. I'll tell you that.
Some pancakes, man.
Oh yeah, you'll have a good breakfast. Anyway, we got to run. It's 6:45. Yep. It's time for news. I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful day. Yes, you know who it's brought to us by. It's brought to us by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin, where the best deals in town always happen with our good friend Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Make sure and stop by one of their locations. Time for news. Let's go to the news desk, and here's Bonnie this morning. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. A massive investigation has led to a drug bust worth more than $50 million in Polk County. Operation Dirty Water involved multiple law enforcement agencies and netted the largest amount of methamphetamine in any large-scale investigation. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd says the operation was coordinated by an inmate from his.
This is not a horrible fairy tale. It's the truth. This guy organized and set up all of this operation from Home Sweet Home, the federal penitentiary in Atlanta, Georgia.
Sheriff Judd says the operation has ties to the Juarez Mexican drug cartel. Even with pandemic restrictions in place, Universal's Orlando theme parks had strong attendance over spring break, and NBC Universal CEO Jeff Shell said the new Velocity coaster that will open in just a few weeks at Islands of Adventure will draw even bigger crowds.
And I think when we open that to the public in June, it's going to be another driver for our business. So I'm very excited about the parks businesses.
In fact, theme park division would have made money had it not been for the company's investment in building a new theme park near Beijing. In Fort Pierce, a 55-year-old man was arrested after accusations he stabbed another man 3 times in the arm, according to an affidavit released Thursday. James Gutierrez, whose address was redacted from records, was arrested by Fort Pierce police at 4 a.m. Tuesday on a felony aggravated battery charge. Police about an hour earlier went to an undisclosed address. Dispatchers said a man was stabbed with a sword. A suspect named Jimmy was said to be living in the area of Avenue D and North 7th Street. Police spoke to a man who identified himself as Jimmy. Investigators reported finding 2 pocket knives on him. He told police he was grilling outside and argued with a man. He said the man tried to threaten him. Gutierrez was held Thursday in the St. Lucie County Jail on $50,000 bond, according to the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office. As restaurants look to rebound from the pandemic, they're finding staffing shortages throughout the hospitality industry. Opening a new business during COVID-19 was a challenge for Jason and Haley Alfonso. We were pushed back from the pandemic for opening for about a year, said Haley. But when the husband and wife restaurateurs were ramping up hiring last January, eventually they filled out their staff here, but are still waiting. They own in Vero Beach. Although I agree with stimulus checks, it makes some of us maybe want to stay home and not go back to work, said Alfonso. Other restaurant owners have had to up the ante to try and get new employees. Mark Kren owns Crawdaddy's in Jensen Beach and says business is the best it's ever been in the 23 years he's been open. He's made major investments inside and out with a new patio and music stage. He's also spending money on advertising just to get people to apply for open cook positions. Paid vacation and profit sharing in the seasonal months. For every hour they work, we give them additional money on top of that. Pickled. The Alfonsos say they were fortunate enough to have a great staff that's followed them, but they're hoping to be able to keep that staffing pace as business booms. We seem to be coming up around the bend and getting on the up and up, but it's still a problem, said Haley Alfonso. If you're interested in working at Crawdaddy's in Jensen Beach, you can go to the Facebook page of Crawdaddy's or call 772-225-3444. And lastly, 5 people have been arrested and charged for the alleged involvement in the February shooting and robbery of Lady Gaga's dog Walker, according to LAPD. 3 of the suspects, ranging in age from 18 to 27, were arrested Tuesday on charges of attempted murder. The other 2 suspects, age 40 and 50, were charged with accessory to attempted murder. The LAPD said 4 of the 5 suspects are documented gang members. Ryan Fisher, a close friend of the pop star who was walking her dogs, was shot during a violent altercation February 24 that ended with 2 of Lady Gaga's 3 prized French bulldogs stolen and Fisher seriously wounded. Detectives do not believe the suspects were targeting the victim because of the dog's owner. However, evidence suggests the suspects knew the great value of the breed of dogs and was the motivation for the robbery, an LAPD news release stated. Tim Tebow, a former first-round pick and quarterback for Denver and the New York Jets, reportedly worked out for another team at a new position. Tebow worked out for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And at the tight end position, multiple outlets reported yesterday Tebow has not appeared in a professional football game since 2012 with the Jets. He briefly signed with New England and the Philly Eagles before stepping away from football. News time is 6:51. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
.53 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Here's what's happening on the highways and byways with Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. There's on the Turnpike southbound in Fort Pierce at the Okeechobee exit area. The left lane is closed in that area due to some road construction, but no accidents to report. Our highways are fine right here in Martin County. The rest of St. Lucie County, no accidents, and that's a good thing. There's your latest look at traffic. 72, a little bit of a rain shower here too in Stuart this morning. It's 46 in Gurnee, Illinois. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Friday, sunshines. It is a mild and muggy start to the morning in South Florida. Temperatures starting off in the low to mid 70s and some light rainfall possible for the morning drive. This afternoon, hot and humid weather, highs reaching the upper 80s with heat index values in the mid 90s. We'll see partly sunny skies today and about a 30% chance for showers and maybe a stray thunderstorm. Over the weekend, highs stay in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies with a 30% chance for some showers and a couple of thunderstorms. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
6:58 on the Get Up and Go show. We're a blended show this morning. Hour number 1 down. G and Ray are taking a personal day off. We call that PTO, personal time off, Bonnie. That's what it means.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, they're taking PTO.
Okay. And I think I'm going to take my PTO. Mine's coming up on May 17.
Yeah, we're going to have a very special guest co-host sitting in.
A surprise? Is he leaving it a surprise?
You know who he is. He parks the car in the Harvard yard.
That's a little hint for y'all.
Yeah, there you go. He'll be sitting in for Bonnie, doing Bonnie's duties, and probably by the time he's done, he's going to be ripping his hair out, and he thinks it's so easy. Little does he know what he's in for.
No, he'll be just fine.
Oh, he's going to have a great time. He really is. We're WSU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station, and WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast. You're listening to a blended show this morning with Evan and Bonnie and the Get Up and Go show. We'll be back right after the news.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Madam Announcer, and welcome into the Friday edition of the Blended Show. It's April 30th, 2021.
Even though you're Mike, try not to use your radio voice.
Okay, I won't use my radio voice.
Get the show on the road.
All right, we'll get the show on the road.
What is this?
Well, this is called a Blended Show this morning, for those of you wondering. It is now 7:08 on the Get Up and Go show. Mr. Clock, what time is it? Would you verify that, please?
It's now 7:08 a.m.
And if you're just tuning in, welcome in on WPSL, Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast. G and Ray are taking the day off. They'll be back in the hot seat on Monday. They are recharging their batteries at some battery charging station as we speak, Bonnie.
Which means they should come back fully charged.
That's right.
Yep. They might have gone to Kohl's for that matter, because we found out Kohl's now have some of the Kohl's are having those little battery charging now in their stores.
Okay.
It was just on a sort of a business news story yesterday.
All right, so I'm going to have to call Kohl's on the air here shortly and ask them if they've seen a big, tall, skinny black dude and a big, tall, skinny white dude walking together like Ebony and Ivory, and see if they see them walking around there anywhere.
They should be back on Monday morning, fully recharged.
Definitely so. But we welcome your phone call if you want to give us a call. It's 220-9788, 220-WSTU. It's time for birthdays and anniversaries. This is part of the show that we do, at least on our morning show. I don't know when G and Ray do theirs, but it's where we talk about celebrity birthdays and anniversaries. Some people are not celebrities, but they are on the list. Don't ask me how they make the list. So if you're listening out there in Radio Land and you have somebody you want to wish a birthday to or an anniversary to, you are welcome to call the show on this segment, 220-9788. That's 220-WSTU. Bonnie, what do you have this morning?
Happy birthday to my stepson, Jaden, and his beautiful mother, both having birthdays in the same time frame.
Wait a minute. Today is their birthday?
Well, the other day was Sue's. Jaden's is up and coming.
When's Jaden's?
Jaden is around May 14th, I want to say.
So we have 14 days. Today is what? What's today's date? Today is the 30th. So 2 weeks from today.
Yes.
It's going to be, can we call Jaden on his birthday? Is he up early?
It could be a possibility.
I would love to call and talk to that kid.
Maybe further up to his birthday. Remember, we did call Topanga.
Yes.
We found her at school that one time.
Yes.
I'll try to talk to his mom and see
what's
if
mom's name? Sue?
Sue.
Can we call Sue also on that day? We'll just kill two birds at one stone. Call Sue, give her a warning, and tell her 2 weeks from today, we're going to call her at 7:10.
If they want to get on the radio, I'll find out.
Find out. Let me know. Yeah. I would love to call them, wish them happy birthday.
Sometimes, their relatives, sometimes some of mine, they like to listen, but they don't care to be on the radio. You know what I mean?
What, are they shy?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, no problem.
Some people are just that way.
All right. Travis Scott, the rapper and baby daddy to Kylie Jenner's daughter, Stormy. Travis Scott, 29 years old today.
I thought he was like a country music singer.
No.
Okay.
No, definitely not.
Travis Scott, I'm thinking country music. Okay. And
nope.
He's the dad of Kylie Jenner's baby then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Ana de Armas is 33. That's the Cuban-Spanish actress who played Joy in Blade Runner 2049. Diana Agron is 35. That's Quinn Fabray on Glee. Gal Gadot, I think that's how you say it.
Maybe Gadot,
maybe. 36 years old. That's Wonder Woman. She was also Giselle on Fast and Furious. Kirsten Dunst. I know we know that name. 39 years old today. That's Mary Jane in the old Spider-Man trilogy.
Oh, yeah. She has the cutest dimples, too, doesn't she?
Yes.
And because of her, I just love what she played in Spider-Man. It's so endearing.
Lloyd Banks is 39 years old today. That's 50 Cent's boy in G-Unit. Kanai Nayar is 40 years old. That's Raj on The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, Raj
yes.
is 49?
40.
40?
Yes.
And I think he celebrates it with another Big Bang Theory co-star today.
Yes, Johnny Galecki as well. Sam Human is 41. That's Jamie Fraser, the Scottish stud from the Stars Time travel series Outlander. We mentioned Johnny Galecki already. Jeff Timmons is 48 years old today. That's the tattooed founding member of 98 Degrees, the boy band. Remember them?
Yeah. How old is and
48 now.
No, not a boy anymore.
Yeah, the old man band.
The big boy band.
Speaking of the old man, I wonder if the old man down the road has his own band. We're gonna have to ask him next time he
I'm
calls.
not sure. He might play a banjo or a ukulele or something, some sort of thing.
I couldn't tell you. Could call his band the Old Man and the Geritolaholics. I mean, who knows? Carolyn Dawn Johnson, the country music artist, 50 years old today.
Not related to Don Johnson from
not at all.
Miami Vice.
Not
this
at
is
all.
Carolyn Dawn Johnson.
Yes, Carolyn Dawn Johnson.
From where? Where is she from?
50 years old, country music artist.
She is a country music artist.
Yes.
I've not heard of this lady.
Isaiah, you've never heard of Carolyn Dawn Johnson?
I have not.
Wow.
No.
We played her on the coast. I played her when I did weekends there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember her name.
Wow.
I don't know. I just don't.
All right. Isaiah Thomas, 60 years old today, former NBA star and former NBA coach.
Oh, he was just so much fun to watch on the basketball court. Little Isaiah Thomas. Well, not so little. All the players are tall, but he was just that guard on. What did I used to watch him on Was he on the Indiana Pacers? Am I right with that?
I'm not sure. I'm not a big basketball person.
Yeah.
So I can't answer that question. From the Osmond brothers, Merrill Osmond is 68 years old today. 68.
And Merrill, would he be like one of the older Osmond brothers?
Couldn't tell you. He's one of the Osmonds. That's all that I know.
I haven't heard of Merrill Osmond before. I've heard
there's
of
Donnie, Merrill, there's Jay, there's Jimmy, there's Marie, there's
But you know what? Anyway, when you look him up on Google, of his image, definitely looks like an Osmond. His snapshot comes up, and you can just tell right away.
Yeah, he looks just like Donnie.
He does.
Yep.
He looks like Donnie's twin.
Yep. Burt Young is 81 years old today. That's Rocky's no good brother-in-law, Paulie, in the Rocky movies.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
81.
81, and he had a stint too in The Sopranos.
Yes,
that we watched not too long ago.
Hey, how you doing? Cloris Leachman celebrating a birthday in the heavens. She just passed away recently. That was Mama on the Fox comedy Raising Hope.
Oh yeah.
Bobby V, Taking Good Care of My Baby, Devil or Angel, and The Night Has 1,000 Eyes.
Oh yeah. He
Passed
had
away in
those
2016.
3 popular songs. Yep.
Al Lewis. You know who that is?
Al
Lewis.
The Reverend Al Lewis.
Nope, that's Al Sharpton you're thinking of. Al Lewis was Grandpa Munster on the Munsters.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, passed away 2006.
I didn't know his name was Al Lewis.
Al Lewis.
I never knew that.
Yep.
I was thinking of, when you said Al Lewis, I was thinking of a singer or some sort of thing.
Thinking of Al Green.
I was thinking of the Reverend Al Green.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. Today is Honesty Day. Honesty Day. So that means we have to be honest about everything.
I'm wearing some honesty this morning.
Are you? All right, It's confession time with Evan.
It's called Sweet Honesty.
Okay. Oh, that's your perfume.
And it's my arm deodorant.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not smelling your armpits. Sorry.
Oh, it smells great. It's that sweet smell you smell in here every morning.
Don't be it over this way.
It's from Avon, and I swear if I would go out in the yard, I would attract bees.
Really?
It's so good.
Bees?
Yeah, we'd have a bee swarm around.
Avon calling. It's the Avon man. He's here. Wants to sell you some of your underarm deodorant.
I love Avon, and that skin's so soft.
That's right.
I want to be an Avon lady.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, we could set that up.
I know.
That's not too hard to do. You could add that to your repertoire of things. You could sell Avon while you're massaging people
and giving people Dunkin' Donuts
there
at
you
work.
Go. There you go. It'd be a little side gig.
That
for
sweetness going on.
It is 9 days until Mother's Day. So a week from this Sunday, it's a Mother's Day, and that includes bonus moms like yourself, Bonnie.
Yes.
So you get treated to a day of pampering and passion.
And Rachel also.
Yes.
And my friend Sue. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still, by the way, you need to give me that number that we talked about of that person.
Okay.
What I want to surprise my wife
I still have to talk to the gentleman about it.
Okay, please do.
I will get on it.
All right, please do.
Very close in my vicinity of my my inner circle.
Yes. Yes, text me later today and let me know. 28 days until Memorial Day weekend. That's where we honor those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for people like myself and Bonnie and millions to be able to breathe easy and enjoy life in this country.
Yeah.
It's not a day really to party, in my humble opinion. It's a day we pay tribute and homage to those that gave their lives.
Absolutely.
51 days until Father's Day. That's my day.
We have 51 days.
51 days until it's my day. And I don't get Father's Day off because it's on a Sunday. Why can't they make Father's Day on a Monday?
Yeah.
Why couldn't they do that? That means we get a day off of work.
Well, you could always just kind of like plan ahead of time and, say you would
take
like
an extra day
off
for
of work
Father's
for
Day?
it. Yeah.
Okay, that's a thought.
If you think you deserve it.
I don't. I'm just a normal guy.
I mean, which you deserve it.
No.
But yeah, I don't think that would be a
I
bad
don't
thing to
deserve any
do.
special treatment. I don't want to take a Monday off for Father's Day. I'll celebrate it on Sunday.
Are you getting some Jameson whiskey for Father's Day?
I don't drink.
Year?
I don't drink. No
I'm
whiskey
just-
for me.
I'm just kidding.
No
your
whiskey.
goat.
No whiskey for me. No, sorry.
No.
If somebody gives me any whiskey, I'll pass it right along to Gary.
Oh yeah.
Gary can.
He's
Gary
not-
can drink.
He's
it
not
down.
a whiskey drinker
No.
either.
What is he? Vodka, rum,
Beer.
beer.
Yeah.
What kind of beer
He's
does
not
he
a
like?
hardcore. Just a little Budweiser once in a
Okay,
while.
all right. He's plain and simple.
Yeah, Bud.
problem. Bud, this one's for you. 82 years ago today, time back in the day, 82 years ago today in 1939, Lou Gehrig played his 2,130th consecutive game and his last. The Iron Horse didn't miss a day of work for nearly 14 years, but his body was too weakened by Lou Gehrig's disease, which is ALS.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we do something every year over at Clover Park called the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Oh
For
yeah.
ALS.
Do you do that challenge?
Yeah,
at
we do the
park
Ice
every
Bucket
year?
Challenge at the park every single year. We've been doing it.
And who gets the ice poured all over them? Anybody?
We do. We line up all the fans and the employees. We line up, and there's buckets of ice water placed in front of us. And on the count of 3, we just go down the line, and everybody dumps.
And then is it
Yeah.
like a money maker? Do people donate for
Yeah,
it?
it raises money for ALS.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
and we donate the money.
if I were to go and do that,
Mhm.
so how
Oh,
would,
I'd want to pour the ice water on your head.
would you have to get like a sponsor for it or something?
Not at all. No, not at all. You just go and participate.
Go and
Come to the game, and then after the game, you come on
Okay.
the field. Now, I don't know what they're going to do this year for COVID. I'm not sure if they're going to do it this year. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
have to find out. They may do it and then socially distance everybody 6 feet apart down the base path,
okay.
which there's plenty of room to do that when you go 325 feet from home plate down to left field. That's 100 yards.
Okay.
So there's plenty of room.
Is opening day for the St. Lucie Mets that's coming? Is that Tuesday?
That's Tuesday.
Of this coming
Yes,
week,
it
right?
is this Tuesday.
Oh, something to get excited
Yep,
for.
Jupiter Hammerheads are coming into town for 6 games. First pitch is at 6:10 p.m. on Tuesday. Wednesday, first pitch is at 12:10 in the afternoon. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, first pitch is at 6:10. And on Sunday, first pitch is at 12:10.
Very good. So
Yep.
there's like a lot of baseball that you can go out and attend.
Yep, so come on out and enjoy opening week with us over at Clover Park.
And now that so many people have gotten vaccinated, I'm sure the turnout is going to be terrific. People
It's still
wanting-
limited. It's still at like 25%, 1,200, 1,300 people.
Okay.
So we're not going to, have jam-packed fans in the stadium.
Yeah, but I bet people are going to be really excited, now to
Oh,
get
yeah.
out to events like this.
Yeah,
and-
they want to get out for baseball.
Yeah.
Everybody's itching to get out and do stuff. And what a better way to do it than enjoy America's pastime, good old fashioned, good old USA, all American baseball at Clover Park. Make sure and come on out for opening day. 7:21 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. The news desk. Bonnie standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Plans for a Costco have passed the next step in its journey to Stewart. On Thursday, residents lined the halls and out the door as they watched the city's local planning agency debate whether to approve the plan. After passing the local planning agency unanimously, the proposal will now need to be heard by the city commission before it's final. Residents who both support and oppose the shopping center spoke at the meeting. The location is like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, said one resident, and another said, I'm pretty sure that the majority of the people who are against it at this time will shop there. Among the top concerns were growth in traffic and the location next to several small businesses. Former President Trump said yesterday he is 100% thinking about running for president again in 2024 and would certainly consider Governor Ron DeSantis as his running mate. Trump made the comment on Mornings with Maria on the Fox Business Network. Trump called DeSantis a friend of mine and a great guy. Even with pandemic restrictions in place, Universal's Orlando theme parks had strong attendance over spring break, and NBC Universal CEO Jeff Shell said the new Valachi coaster that will open in just a few weeks at Islands of Adventure will draw even bigger crowds.
And I think when we open that to the public in June, it's going to be another driver for our business. So I'm very excited about the parks businesses.
In fact, Shell says the theme park division would have made money had it not been for the company's investment in building a new theme park near Beijing. What was reported earlier this month as a suicide in St. Lucie County was determined by St. Lucie County Sheriff's investigators to be an attempted murder. The case, which involved interviews and firearms analysis, resulted in the Tuesday arrest of Scott Joseph Ron, age 38, of the 3200 block of South US 1 in Fort Pierce, on a charge of attempted released Thursday. He was held Thursday in the St. Lucie County Jail on $500,000 bond, according to the sheriff's office. Sheriff's investigators about 10:22 p.m. April 12 went to an undisclosed address where a woman reportedly attempted suicide by shooting herself in the head, records show. A deputy saw Ron holding the woman in the living room on the couch. She was taken to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center and Heart Institute in Fort Pierce. A detective was told the projectile entered the right side of her head near the eye, exiting behind her right ear. A 9mm handgun was found under a couch in the living room. Ron had blood on his arm and face. He to speak without his lawyer being present. Well, there's plenty to look forward to in May. A ton of sporting events are going down, including the Kentucky Derby, which is tomorrow, the NBA playoffs, which are scheduled to begin May 22nd, the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs starting around May 20th, and the Indianapolis 500 on May 30th. Lastly, a woman in Ohio who's allergic to bees got stung 10 times, and her Amazon Echo saved her life. You see, her husband wasn't, but he was able to use it to talk to their son and neighbor through the process of using an EpiPen. The Carolina Panthers reportedly have agreed to trade quarterback Teddy Bridgewater to the Denver Broncos in exchange for a 6th-round pick. Tom Pelissero of NFL Network reported Carolina will receive the 191st overall selection on the deal. Adam Schefter of ESPN reported the Panthers will pay $7 million to Bridgewater's salary, while the Broncos will take on $3 million. NFL reporter Josina Anderson reported that Denver will adjust Bridgewater's contract to allow him to hit free agency after the 2021 season. News time is 7:25. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:26 on the Get Up and Go show this morning. It's a blended show this morning. G and Ray have the day off. Bonnie and I are holding the fort down at both radio stations. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
And it's a nice, clean ride, too, on a Friday morning. So if you're just you're just going to find a nice ride throughout the Fort Pierce area, the Stewart area, Palm City. We're looking good. Major highways, nice and clear. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 72 right now. A little bit of rain in the area here in Stewart, and it's 44 in Newtown, North Dakota. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Friday, sunshines. It is a mild and muggy start to the morning in South Florida. Temperatures starting off in the low to mid 70s and some light rainfall possible for the morning drive. This afternoon, hot and humid weather, highs reaching the upper 80s with heat index values in the mid 90s. We'll see partly sunny skies today and about a 30% chance for showers and maybe a stray thunderstorm. Over the weekend, highs stay in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies with a 30% chance for some showers and a couple of thunderstorms. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
This is not headline news. Phil Collins, Tony Banks, and Mike Rutherford are launching a Genesis reunion tour. They contacted Peter Gabriel about it, but got
no reply. There's no reply at all.
Comic book movie fans bought a billboard to convince Marvel to bring back Iron Man. It's another example of what you can buy when you don't have to spend money on dates. Jessica Simpson says she no longer has a scale in her house. Also missing from her house, books. In sports, Philadelphia Phillies right fielder Bryce Harper was hit in the face with a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Harper's face was so swollen, he keeps being mistaken for Kris Jenner. This is not headline news.
From not headline news, we go to stupid news.
And now it's time for Stupid News.
It's so stupid and awesome.
Where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
All right, how'd I do, Bonnie?
So when Phil comes in again, you guys should do it together, but you did great.
So I have to do an off. I got a headache doing that.
Oh, did you?
I just got like a head rush.
I bet you did.
So before we get to stupid news, I found something on Facebook I wanted to touch on. Somebody posted toilet paper for sale in one of the group pages. And there's a picture here, Bonnie. You can see there's a crap ton of toilet paper.
There's lots of it.
I mean, we're talking there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 86. Wow. There's, oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Is that toilet paper and some of it paper towels?
No, it's
too?
all toilet paper.
Oh, I thought the paper towels were going up to the side. It looks like an
it's all,
L.
These are like 6 or 8 packs.
Ah.
They're 8 packs of toilet paper.
Yeah.
So they're selling $2 for a 4-pack, $3 for an 8-pack, and 10 4-packs for $15. They said, quote, need to get rid of this ASAP. I guess they hoarded all the toilet paper. That's the person that probably bought everything up.
Oh yeah.
When the toilet paper shortage was going
like
on.
some of the people that went crazy thinking they're.
I'm not going to show you any love and give your name out or
No
how
more.
people can reach you. No, I don't believe that. Sorry.
Can you imagine how many trees a year are cut down to, wipe all of the smelly butts in the country?
Yeah.
That came out so wrong, didn't it?
Oh my God. I cannot believe you just said that.
But we go through like massive amounts of trees.
The
And,
smelly arses.
it's not like and it's not like I'm complaining or trying to be a big environmentalist because my dad was a tree man.
Yeah.
So
Well, so is
my
Linda.
dad
Linda's a plant
cut
lady.
down the trees.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Linda's going to tell us. The last time we talked to Linda, I think she told us we couldn't make firewood out of palm trees.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
the palm trees are like paper.
Yes,
They're
exactly.
we might as well be using that toilet paper.
Let's take a trip
Okay.
to Sedona, Arizona right now, where there's a 24-year-old woman by the name of Bree Pritchett. She took a trip to Sedona, Arizona to celebrate getting fully vaccinated last month. And she wanted to celebrate by getting the latitude and longitude coordinates of Sedona tattooed on her shoulder. That was her way of celebrating. So, latitude 28 degrees west,
Oh.
longitude 73 degrees north, whatever it is.
Oh, that's what she did. Okay.
Right. Well, she accidentally mixed up north and south.
Oh, yeah.
So now she has a tattoo for some random spot in the South Pacific Ocean.
Oh, really?
She got the coordinates completely wrong.
Oh, man.
So her tattoo's all messed up.
They should have written down the graft, and you would think that would be a sort of thing you would want to get right before you even get started.
Yeah, well, it's permanent now, and she's all messed up.
Whoa.
Yeah, she got the wrong. Imagine if she was going to tattoo her boyfriend's name on her shoulder, and she brought up in a casual conversation with a tattoo artist, talking about the ex-boyfriend, and the tattoo artist thought that was the boyfriend.
Maybe put the wrong name
and put
on.
the wrong name on her. Oh my gosh!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Yep.
There's a woman named Yasedra Williams in Redford, Michigan, and last week she fell asleep with her contact lenses in her eyes, and when she woke up at about 1 o'clock in the morning, her eyes were bothering her. So she reached over onto her nightstand for the eye drops. But this is where it gets weird. She accidentally grabbed the bottle of fingernail glue and put a drop of that in her eye, and her eye sealed shut.
Oh, my gosh. Oh,
Yeah.
What are the chances? And what a horrible, horrible mistake.
She tried to flush the eye with water, but it kept staying shut. So the husband called 911 and they rushed her to the hospital. Fortunately, the doctors were able to get her eye open and get the contact lens out. They say the contact saved her from any serious damage.
Good.
And even though she lost a few eyelashes, she won't be losing her vision. Thank God.
Oh, yeah. Thank goodness it didn't get to like the retina, maybe the cornea. Yeah. It could have really singed it there. Thank goodness for the contact lens.
Going forward, when you go to sleep at night, contact lens solution on your nightstand, don't put anything else next to it, because things like that could happen. That's all I got to say.
I watched a show one time on the ID channel where they solved a mystery that way, where the woman, I guess, had been murdered in her home, but he said that she fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then they did this whole digging out of graves to do an autopsy on her body, because what gave it away is they found contact lenses in her eyes.
Oh my.
And relatives said she would never fall asleep or go to sleep at night without taking those contact lenses out in the first place.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
A 71-year-old woman riding with her daughter on Florida's Interstate 95 suffered a gashed forehead about a week ago when a turtle smashed through the windshield of the car, striking her.
Oh, I think this was Volusia County. I think
Yes, up in the Daytona area.
Lake County, Volusia.
It's
yeah.
up in the Daytona area. The daughter pulled over and got help from another motorist. According to the 911 recording, both were surprised by what they found. There's a turtle in there. The man can be overheard saying, "A turtle," the daughter exclaimed. Yes, an actual turtle. The gash drew a lot of blood, but the woman was not seriously hurt. The turtle was likely crossing the interstate and got kicked into the air by another vehicle.
Wow.
And it went through the windshield and nailed the lady right in the forehead.
Oh man, that could hurt, right?
I mean,
getting hit that at that speed.
That gives a new meaning to the flying Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I guess
right?
so.
Jeez.
That could hurt. I mean, that turtle probably was flying pretty fast.
Yeah, be careful if you're driving down the road for flying objects, especially flying turtles.
Wow.
You know, I've hit a bird before that like tried to swoop down.
Yeah.
And my windshield, it hit the bottom of the windshield and it flew up over the windshield, and then it just kind of flew away.
Oh yeah.
So
that's
it lived.
never any fun either.
No,
I hate it when that happens.
Not at all. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, man.
Hey, what's happening? It's Fredo, our Feelers band
I
leader.
know about those flying turtles. I'm going down the turnpike and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had like 2 or 3 just go right through my windshield. It happens all the time. Yeah.
I have to stop you for a minute. You know why?
Why?
You forgot to say good morning to somebody.
Oh. You don't have to. I know it's Fredo.
Hi, baby. How you doing?
There you go.
Hi, Fredo.
That's right.
Man.
And also, by the way, we are simulcasted this morning on our sister station, WPSL. So you are broadcasting to a whole new listening audience, Fredo.
Yeah, man. That's why I'm calling, because I'm going to be up there today. I'm going to be doing my barbecue and my foot massage over there on Gatlin Boulevard today. Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Gatlin Boulevard. Okay.
People be flocking right to it.
The alley behind the U-Store storage place. Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. That's where you're going to be at. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All
man.
right. I don't know about an alley, but
Yeah,
alley-oop.
man. And then this weekend, I'm going to be at that bridal show there at the hotel by the airport. Yeah, man.
No.
You must
cannot.
have you found out
I'm
about
going to have
it.
my fish fry set up and foot massage. Yeah, man.
Fredo, you can't come to the bridal show.
I already got the booth and everything. Yeah, man.
You don't. How did you get a booth? How did you get a booth when the show was sold out? That's what I want to know.
It's amazing what a couple of $100 bills can get you. Yeah, man.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Fredo's
man.
going to have a booth at the bridal show that I'm going to be exhibiting my entertainment company at.
Fredo be scaring all the brides away.
No, I think I'll be inviting them. Yeah, because they probably had never had a man massage their feet like I do.
Okay,
Yeah, man.
here's the thing. I'm going to have a talk with the show producer. I'm going to call him when I get off the air today, and I'm going to make sure and tell him to put your booth in the corner that's farthest away from my booth.
Oh, mine's right behind yours. What are you talking about?
Oh, brother.
I
Funny.
purposely got that booth. I had the arcade one up. Arcade machines, get out of there. I'm like, I don't want that stuff. They want their feet massaged. Yeah, man. So that's what we're gonna do. Bonnie, you need to come, baby, because I got a new chair you could sit in.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's all comfy, cozy, vibrates, and actually massages your ankles and everything else.
I'm
man.
going to let Evan do it because I heard that Evan was going to dress in a wedding gown.
No.
So he can take
I
my
already
place.
saw him in a wedding gown. Make his
No.
butt look big.
No. That's not happening. All right, Fredo, we're going to let you run. Thank you so much for calling. God, please don't show
brother.
up at the bridal show.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, help me. A former, I've got another 1 or 2 stories I need to read. A former investigator no longer works for the New York State Police after an administrative investigation was launched following an alleged theft at a Walmart. Now, employees at the Walmart claimed that 49-year-old William B. Kiefer allegedly stole moisturizer and women's underwear from the store. The employees called the city police department to report the incident, but later declined to press charges. That's what I don't understand. They call to report the incident, but then they don't want to press charges.
So the people at Walmart didn't press.
Yeah, they didn't press charges against this guy. They called the police. Despite not facing charges, the police confirmed that Kiefer was suspended without pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that don't make sense. If somebody's stealing women's underwear.
Yeah, and then you do get the police involved.
Yeah, and then you don't want to press charges.
Company. That is a little strange.
All right. Lastly, a 52-year-old woman by the name of Karen McBride, and she just got married in Texas. Beautiful thing. But when she went to try to change her last name, there was a slight problem. She had an outstanding felony charge back in the hometown of Norman, Oklahoma. Now, she looked into it, and the felony embezzlement charges comes all the way back from 1999 when she rented a VHS tape of Sabrina the Teenage Witch from a video store and never returned the damn tape.
From 1999?
1999. The charges were filed in March of 2000. She says she has no memory of renting the tape. She said, quote, I had lived with a young man. He had 2 kids, and I'm thinking he went and got it and didn't take it back or something like that.
Oh, wow.
She said
that could be.
Yeah, she said, I never watched that show in my entire life. Just not my cup of tea. So, obviously, she has no idea where the tape is. And even if she did, it wouldn't help. The video store she rented it from went out of business in 2008. So even so, technically, the county still could have decided to prosecute her, but they just announced they're dropping the charges. Now she's going to try to get it expunged. She says she's been let go from a lot of for no reason, and this explains it. Because when they ran my criminal background check, they see those 2 words, felony embezzlement.
That's the craziest thing.
Right?
Video stores that aren't even around anymore, and a tape that's been probably thrown in the dumpster how many years ago?
Exactly.
A tape that she probably didn't even go out and rent.
Right. Exactly.
That's crazy.
So she has a felony charge against her for felony embezzlement for a tape that she never rented, that her boyfriend rented, and that never got returned to wherever the heck it got rented from.
Maybe she just can get a good lawyer who can help her get that erased from her record. That's absurd.
That's absurd. It definitely is. Well, that's your stupid news for a Friday, April the 30th, 2021. So from the stupid stuff, we go to the real stuff where Bonnie's standing by. It's all brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin for the best deals in town on precious metals. Go see our good friend Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie standing by at the news desk with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning once again. A massive investigation has led to a drug bust worth more than $50 million in Polk County. Operation Dirty Water involved multiple law enforcement agencies and netted the largest amount of methamphetamine in any large-scale investigation. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd says the operation was coordinated by an inmate from his prison cell.
This is not a horrible fairy tale. It's the truth. This guy organized and set up all of this operation from Home Sweet Home, the federal penitentiary in Atlanta, Georgia.
Sheriff Judd says the operation has ties to the Juarez Mexican drug cartel. U.S. Representative Brian Mast on Wednesday urged the relocation of Pahokee residents at risk from algae that's over 100 times more toxic than what the federal government deems unsafe. The Treasurer also urged the federal government to prohibit Lake Okeechobee discharges when there's unsafe toxic algae and to create standards for notifying at-risk communities of immediate health risks. In letters dated April 28 to the Pahokee mayor and the Environmental Protection Agency, the Palm concerns about health risks for those living close to the Pahokee Marina and campground. And he highlighted how Lake O discharges are a vehicle for sending that algae to coastal communities, including Stewart. Mast, who represents Martin, St. Lucie, and parts of Palm Beach counties, urged Pahokee Mayor Keith Babb to provide alternative housing options for residents living around the marina until the water is determined. In Port St. Lucie, 3 people were injured Thursday crash on Southwest Bayshore Boulevard, according to Port St. Lucie police. The incident happened about 1:30 p.m. as a Buick traveling north on Southwest Bayshore Boulevard tried to take a left or make a U-turn, crossing Southwest Bayshore Boulevard by Southwest Duxbury Avenue, said Sergeant Kenneth Boehm, police spokesperson. A Lexus sport utility vehicle traveling south collided with the Buick. Boehm said the crash location is between Crosstown Parkway and Northwest Prima Vista Boulevard. The Buick driver, a woman, was taken to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center and Heart Institute, while the passenger, a man, was taken to Cleveland Clinic Tradition Hospital. Boehm said both sustained serious injuries. The driver of the Lexus, a woman, had minor injuries and was treated at a local hospital, Boehm said. Boehm said there were no signs of impairment. No other information had been available on Thursday. A man is recovering after being bitten on the leg by a shark while swimming in the Atlantic near Disney's Vero Beach Resort. The 54-year-old man was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Well, lastly, the month of May starting tomorrow, and plenty to look forward to in May, where a ton of sporting events are going to go down, including the Kentucky Derby, which is tomorrow, those NBA playoffs, which are scheduled to begin May 22nd, the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs starting around May 20th, and the Indianapolis 500 on May 30th. Now, what had been expected for months finally became official Thursday night when the Jacksonville Jaguars used the number 1 overall selection in the 2021 NFL Draft on Clemson quarterback Trevor Lawrence. And in other picks, we had the New York Jets selecting Zach Wilson. Justin Wilson was picked by Chicago Bulls. Trey Lance went to the 49ers. And Mac Jones will be with the New England Patriots. News time, we have 7:49, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
On the Get Up and Go show, it's a blended show this morning. G and Ray are taking the day off. Bonnie and I are here for you, of course. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie, what's going on the highways?
Well, absolutely nothing, and that's what's good about it. We are not seeing any bad traffic conditions, really no road construction. The tie-ups in our general Treasure Coast. US 1 is good, so are major highways at the moment. And there's your latest look at traffic. Port St. Lucie 1, and it's 52 right now in Lillehammer, Norway. Here's our weekend outlook at WPTV.
Happy Friday, sunshines. It is a mild and muggy start to temperatures starting off in the low to mid 70s and some light rainfall possible for the morning drive. This afternoon, hot and humid weather, highs reaching the upper 80s with heat index values in the mid 90s. We'll see partly sunny skies today and about a 30% chance for showers and maybe a stray thunderstorm. Over the weekend, highs stay in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies with a 30% chance for some showers and a couple of thunderstorms. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Well, coming up in just a few short minutes, Bonnie, it's one of your favorite people that are going to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited because I haven't seen or spoke to this lady in a while, and every now and again we get to enjoy her, usually on a Friday.
The one and only world famous Linda Salisbury, Linda L. Salisbury, as G calls her. She's going to be here talking about plants and dirt and all sorts of other things.
Yeah, I might want to ask her why my orchid has been drooping lately.
Oh, you have a droopy orchid?
It's a droopy. I'm on the droopy side.
That's no
so
good.
I have to fix that to, make my little orchid look all happy again.
We definitely need to fix that without a doubt. Also coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, towards the end of the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to speak with a priest and a rabbi and find out what they're going to be talking about today. And we'll have the world famous Yiddish word of the day from priest and a rabbi also, Bonnie.
Yeah, every Friday we do learn from Rabbi Durbin a new Yiddish word. Do you go and use the word that he brings up throughout the work week?
Oh, yeah. I use words all the time. Like one of the words I use all the time is verklempt, because, I'm always verklempt after I'm done doing a gig or, done working or had a long day. Like last night, I'm sure, Bonnie, when you got done working, you left here, you went to work at night. And then when you got home, I'm sure you felt a little verklempt, right?
I felt a little verklempt, but, I got kind of jealous because Gary was able to stay awake and watch a series we've been watching and one that I get kind of addicted to and that I follow. A little bit jealous when I get home like that late on a Friday and I have to go straight to bed.
And what series is that?
We are watching once again The Sopranos, and we started to watch Shameless too the other night.
Okay.
With William H. Macy. So we watched a couple of episodes of that. And wow, that one's really wild.
Wow.
But anyway, you start watching these and you just get kind of like a little bit addicted.
Is Gary addicted to The Sopranos? Does he like that?
I would say he is.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right.
I would say he's kind of like addicted to, those mafia shows and mafia type movies.
Right.
Yeah.
But I know one thing's for sure.
Yeah.
I know one thing that he's addicted to very heavily, extremely.
My perfume, right?
No, it's you. He's addicted to you, Bonnie.
It's not because of the perfume that I wear or the flowers in my hair.
No, it's just you and your stunning personality. That's what he's addicted to. We're going to take a short pause for the cause. News is coming up next right here on WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station, and WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast. It's a blended show this morning. G and Ray are taking a day off, and they'll be back on Monday. We'll be back right after the news.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. It is Friday right here on the Get Up and Go show.
Thank God it's TGIF.
That's right. Thank God it's TGIF.
What do you want to do today?
Oh, I don't know. Let me think for a minute.
Good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Hey, that sounds good. I think we'll do that. We'll put another shrimp on the barbie for you. It's 8:07 on the Get Up and Go show. It is the Friday edition. Mr. Clock, would you please verify that?
It's now 8:07 a.m.
That's right, 8:07 a.m. And right now we'd like to welcome in the one and only lady that is outstanding in her own garden, as she says, outstanding in her own mind, in her own field, wherever she wants to be standing alone. It's the one and only Linda L. Salisbury. Linda, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I'm well known in Fort Pierce and Stuart.
That's right. You need to go nationwide.
I think you're known in Vero Beach in the Sebastian area too, aren't you, Linda?
Oh, well, a little bit. It's like my fame is spreading. 2 people now know about me.
We need to have you start doing a podcast and doing like a weekly podcast, and then get you a website and all that other good stuff. And we need to get you we need to make you a viral plant lady.
Yeah, you got to plant those seeds just like you do in your garden.
No pun intended there. That was a good one, Bonnie. I like that one.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love to do a podcast. I've done them for other people. There's a station in Florida, in Miami. In Florida, we're in Florida.
Hello.
In Miami,
right?
That I do podcasts for them occasionally, and
Okay.
it's great fun because it's a new audience.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but now if you do that, you have to go down there and you have to sample all the food and go to Cayocho and 8th Street and enjoy all that good razzmatazz going on down
And bring someone with you like me
there. Yeah.
to enjoy
Take
it.
Bonnie with
Isn't that
you.
a tough scenario? I mean, really, isn't that hard work?
Somebody's got to do
It
it.
would be a really hard
I
gig.
know.
I don't know how we do it.
Hey, Bonnie has a question for you. She's having issues with her orchid.
My orchid has been drooping the last couple of days. It looks a little bit droopy. And there's a leaf that's one of the leaves is yellowing a little bit. I'm concerned.
Can you help us out a little bit? We need Dr. Linda.
Dr. Linda to rescue the orchid.
Yes.
Well, it could be many things. This is the orchid that you got as a present not too long ago.
Yeah, I had it for a couple of months now, and it's been beautiful. I really like it. And my cat likes it too. Is that a problem? Like when I have it on the table in the morning, my kitty cat starts with his little paws pressing on the flowers and think.
It's probably not great, but it's not. Most orchids live outside. They are, a plant after all, so they're used to the wind and getting banged around. They don't really have too many natural enemies, so I wouldn't want your kitty cat to be one of them. I don't think that would bother it much, but it probably, they're so fussy about some things, like they don't like sunlight.
Yeah,
is it getting some?
It's
light?
weird because I think I have it in sufficient light. Where it's not out of the light. And sometimes I'll move it here and there. I even brought the little plant outside one day to get more light, and then I brought it in.
It may want to live outside. Did you ever consider that?
I didn't.
Do you have a back patio?
I do.
Put it on the back patio for a week. See what happens.
Okay, Evan,
Yeah.
I might.
Put a
Yeah.
little sunblock
And
on
it
it though, so it doesn't get a suntan. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. And sunglasses.
Yeah. Set of sunglasses
So it
too.
looks cool.
Yeah. Need a cool orchid, and then take a picture of it, and post it on your Facebook page.
I thought it was cool already and didn't need any glasses, but okay.
All right, so we're going to move the orchid outside to the back patio, put a little table out there,
Yeah.
set it out there, let it get some sun for a week and see what happens.
I might just put it on top of my grill
You know
out
what,
there.
You know what they say, take 2 aspirin, call me in the morning. Well, put the orchid out there in the sun and call Linda next week.
So like a bird won't
That's
peck
right.
at it. Like what if a bird is attracted to its brightness and swoops down and will start picking at my flowers on it. Will it? Will that happen?
Not likely.
All right.
No, not likely. And make sure it's not in direct sun.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right, because it'll burn its little leaves. And I would say the brown is probably, although I throw in probably with a big P because I don't see it, but I'm not seeing it. I mean, it probably is a natural thing from getting not enough light, I would think.
Well, don't worry about the
That's
birds.
what they do.
Don't worry about the birds swooping down on it, okay? Because if a bird swoops down on it, all you got to do is go in your closet and get your toy and then do this. And then you don't have to worry about the bird no more.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. I'm just
So here's
kidding.
what I'll do for it. I'll give it a cocktail of ice cubes and allow it to sit out on the back patio in the sunlight.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
They don't need that.
You'll freeze the poor thing
They
to
don't
death.
need it. I looked online. It said to put an ice cube or two in your orchid.
And Bonnie, do you believe everything you see online?
Listen.
Looked pretty.
Listen,
Oh.
this is the plant lady we're talking about here, okay?
That's
This
right.
is the plant lady, and the plant lady knows everything.
So a little drink of water then? Just a little
and,
sippy
and
of
once a week. If is your patio covered?
No, it is not.
Then you don't give it a little water if there's no rain. And but if there's rain, you don't need to water it at all.
Okay, so here's a question for you. Let's say there's
Okay,
no
I'm ready.
let's say there's no rain for 5 or 6 days. Should she go out there at least once a day with a spray bottle of water and put the little nozzle on mist and mist down the orchid a little bit so it stays hydrated?
Good question.
Not every day.
No, every
But
couple
yes.
of days?
I would say once a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been doing that right. That's the part. It's the sunlight then, because I've been giving it that adequate supply of water, but not overtly.
Okay.
And I've got a little bit of plant food for the orchid too, but I'm only supposed to do that like once every 6 months. So I have read.
You're
Am I right with
starving
that?
your orchid every 6 months.
How often should you feed it?
Well, I don't feed my orchids.
Okay.
But mine are outside.
that's orchid
So they get-
abuse. I'm going to call the orchid police on you. That's orchid abuse. You're not feeding your orchid. Shame on you.
No, I don't feed my orchids, and they're fat and sassy and healthy.
All right.
See, my orchid's jealous of your orchid.
Well, maybe
Oh,
your
I
orchid
am.
can meet up with her orchid and they can have a play date, and then you'll have, maybe they'll get together and you'll have baby orchids.
Yeah, you never know. They're playful plants.
Well, I'm stumped. I am stumped, Evan. I don't know what to do with that. Baby orchids.
See, we come up with the
Today,
craziest.
Evan
We come up
stumped
with the
the plant
craziest
lady.
crap on this show. Telling you, it's crazy. We get crazy on this show. It's just the way things are.
I know it's wild. It's
I know.
wild.
Now,
I guess I need to come on more often.
Oh, sure. You're more than welcome to. We have an open door policy. You can
Yeah.
stop at any time you want. Just bring us donuts. That's all we need.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I
And
like
an
that
and an
kind of
orchid
stuff.
to
That's
boot.
good.
Yeah.
And an orchid. So how's your garden growing these days? Tell us a little bit about your garden. Catch us up a little bit.
My garden grows.
Okay.
It kind of was in a slump early spring because it was kind of cold and not raining much, and but I had to use I am using my irrigation system because we really do need rain badly, and it's kind of taken off. It's got little hibiscus has a thumb now that it's thumbs its nose. That means it's ha. You said that we weren't growing. Well, look. Like I'm looking at a hibiscus out my office window, and it's 8
Poor
feet
Bonnie's
tall.
going to cry here any second.
No, the description of
No,
this is
no.
enjoyable.
And it's if you haven't fertilized yet your garden and other things, your plants in your garden, particularly your pine trees, you need to fertilize now.
Okay.
Um,
We're getting
yeah,
into the
and
hot.
get
We're
out there.
getting into the hot time of the year. It's summertime, so people need to water a lot more often now that it's going into summer, right?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Whatever your county will allow.
I don't think there's
Or
a
your
water
water
restriction. I
district.
don't think there's a water restriction anywhere. So I mean,
There isn't
you
right
just
now.
turn the thing on and just let it flow.
Yep.
Well, there's water restrictions all year round. They're not they're not called restrictions. It's like oh dear. One side of the street gets to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and the other side of the street gets to do Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
No, I do 7
and
days a
never
week
on a
straight.
Sunday.
I don't follow that stuff. I just do 7 days a week.
I always thought that, like, when I'm in home associations, maybe that sort of thing. Is that like maybe for a city too, like folks in the
Yes,
town?
it can. Sometimes it's legislated. I'm getting a little confused here. Sometimes it's legislated by the county and the city. That's the way it goes in Florida, but I'm not completely sure. It's either the county or the city. I think it's St. Lucie County. I looked this up, years ago, so I could tell the homeowner the right thing. And you can get a fine, but it's the first time usually they see something like this, and they don't go looking for it.
No.
There's not a water police or a fertilizer police or anything like that.
Okay.
But if you
Water
get
police.
reported, be nice to your neighbors so you don't get reported. The first time you'll probably get a warning. The second time you'll get a fine of $35 but chances are pretty good that they're not going to come looking for this problem.
So you shouldn't
But
be
it's kind of
pressure washing the house every single day.
Yeah, it's like that'll get you in more trouble.
Oh yeah,
I can guarantee.
Plenty of water. Yep.
I'm more concerned
But,
about the fertilizer police. That's what I want to know. Where does that come from?
Well, in Florida, in the months of June, July, August, and September, there's a fertilizer ban, and it's on the homeowner.
Okay.
And it's legislated by counties again, but it's in every county in Florida, so it might as well be a Florida legislation. And the idea is a good neighbor kind of policy that you're not putting too many chemicals on the land that floats into the aquifers. So the idea is I got to take a sip of water here. I'm losing my voice. Oh no.
You sure it's all you're drinking is water there? Just want to make sure you're not hitting the sauce too early in the morning.
I think I hear ice.
The idea,
Something on the rocks there she's drinking.
Really good. I like it. Oh.
See, I told you.
I know. Don't give up my day job.
I know. Go ahead, Linda.
So the idea is so that it doesn't go into the lagoon. Chemicals don't go into the lagoon.
Okay.
Or into the aquifer. And the thing that irritates me about it, and I'm probably going to go to jail for saying this, is that it's only on the homeowner and your lawns.
Okay.
Big business doesn't have to go golf courses and lawns and public places.
All right.
They don't have to adhere to it.
All right.
But it's a ban on phosphorus and a PNK.
All right.
Potassium, phosphorus, and nitrogen.
All right. Very good.
There's like a ban on it for now or forever or just
for those months, June, July, August, and September.
All right, that's Linda L. Salisbury, our resident plant lady, our plant expert. She's on G and Ray's program each and every day. She appears for just a few minutes each day.
And once in a while, we just like to steal her away.
Yeah, we steal her away, so to speak. We steal her away for us, and we really enjoy. Linda, if people want to reach you, how do they reach you? Give out your information.
You can reach me by email. It's floridaflora16@gmail.com. And if you want to text me, it's 206-909.
Yes, and please do not send any absurd plant pictures, okay?
And
keep them G-rated.
Yes, that would be great.
Keep the plant pictures G-rated, all right?
The next time we kidnap you from Ray and G, we'll wheel you away in our wheelbarrow.
Yeah, and we're going to bring you here in studio next time. We'll do a whole half hour.
Oh, I would love to come to the studio.
Well,
it sounds like a riotous good time.
You know what? Next time we have a blended show, and need a 8 o'clock hour guest, depending on the day it is, we will definitely invite you down and have you come and sit in with us. We'd love to have you.
Great. I
All
love
right,
it.
Linda, take care, and thanks for being on with us. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right, bye-bye now. That's Linda L. Salisbury, the plant lady. It's time for the Precious Metals Report, all brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold will be opening up this morning at $1,768.10 an ounce. Silver going to be opening up at $25.92 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. $8:23 on the Get Up and Go show. It's a blended show this morning with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie has the latest headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. Plans for Costco have passed the next step in its journey to Stuart. On Thursday, residents lined the halls and out the door as they watched the city's local planning agency debate whether to approve the plan. After passing the local planning agency unanimously, the proposal will now need to be heard by the City Commission before it is final. Residents who both support and oppose the shopping center spoke at the meeting. The location is like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, said one resident, and another resident stating, "I'm pretty sure that the majority of the people who are against it at this time will shop there." Among the top concerns were growth in traffic and the location next to several small businesses. As restaurants look to rebound from the pandemic, they're finding staffing shortages throughout the hospitality. Opening a new business during COVID-19 was a challenge for Jason and Haley Alfonso. "We were pushed back from the pandemic for opening for about a year," said Haley. "But when the husband and wife restaurateurs were ramping up hiring last January at Pickled in downtown Fort Pierce, it was a little slow going. Eventually, they filled out their staff here, but are still waiting to reopen an eatery they own in Vero Beach. Although I agree with stimulus checks, it makes some of us maybe want to stay home and not go back to work," said Alfonso. Other restaurant owners have had to up the ante to try and get new employees. Mark Kren, who owns Crawdaddy's in Jensen Beach and says business is the best it's ever been in the 23 years he's been open. He's made major investments inside and outside with a new patio and music stage. He's also spending money on advertising to apply for open cook positions. Paid vacation and profit sharing in the seasonal months for every hour they work. We give them additional money on top of that. Back at Pickled, the Alfonsos say they were fortunate enough to have a great staff that's followed them, but they're hoping to be able to keep that staffing pace as business booms. "We seem to be coming up around the bend and getting up on top end, but it's still a problem," said Haley Alfonso. If you're interested in working at Crawdaddy's, go to the Crawdaddy's Facebook page or call 772-225-3444. Even with the pandemic restrictions in place, Universal's Orlando theme parks had strong attendance over spring break, and NBC Universal CEO Jeff Shell said the new Valachi coaster that will open in just a few weeks at Islands of Adventure will draw even bigger crowds.
And I think when we open that to the public in June, it's going to be another driver for our business. So I'm very excited about the parks businesses.
In fact, Shell says the theme park division would have made money had it not been for the company's investment in building a new theme park near Beijing. U.S. Representative Brian Mast on Wednesday urged the relocation of Pahokee residents at risk from LG that's over 100 times more toxic than what the federal government deems unsafe. The Treasure Coast congressman also urged the federal government to prohibit Lake Okeechobee discharges when there's unsafe toxic LG and to create standards for notifying at-risk communities of immediate health risks. In letters dated April 28 to the Pahokee mayor and the Environmental Protection Agency, the Palm City Republican raised concerns about health risks for those living close to the Pahokee Marina and Campground, and he highlighted how Lake O discharges are a vehicle for sending that LG to coastal communities, including Stewart. Mast, who represents Martin, St. Lucie, and parts of Palm Beach counties, urged Pahokee Mayor Keith Babb to provide alternative housing options for residents living around the marina until the water is determined to be safe. Well, lastly, a man is recovering being bitten on the leg by a shark while swimming in the Atlantic near Disney's Vero Beach Resort. The 54-year-old man was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Aaron Rodgers' comments after weren't a heat of a moment incident after all. Per ESPN's Adam Schefter, the reigning NFL MVP is so disgruntled with the Green Bay Packers that he's told some members of the organization that he doesn't want to return to the team. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported the San Francisco 49ers reached out to the Packers about Rodgers, but no formal offer was made. A source told Pelissero there is a 0% chance Green Bay deals Rodgers. Per Schefter, the Packers have offered to extend Rodgers' contract. His deal runs through the 2023 season. News time is 8:28. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$8:29 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
And we're taking a look at our latest traffic report. There's some debris in the roadway, what we're finding. And this is on the Turnpike southbound in Palm City at mile marker 132. There's a little bit of debris hanging out in the left lane, so slow down in that area and use some caution. Other areas, it's looking like a pretty good ride. No accidents right now. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 74 right now in Palm City, 72 in Port St. Lucie. And here's our weather, weekend weather at WPTV.
Happy Friday, sunshines. It is a mild and muggy start to the morning in South Florida. Temperatures starting off in the low to mid 70s and some light rainfall possible for the morning drive. This afternoon, hot and humid weather, highs reaching the upper 80s with heat index values in the mid 90s. We'll see partly sunny skies today and about a 30% chance for showers and maybe a stray thunderstorm. Over the weekend, highs stay in the 80s, partly sunny skies with a 30% chance for some showers and a couple of thunderstorms. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
It is now 8:33 on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for the Friday edition of our daily dose of space in another place. And here is the one and only Randy Siegel. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you, sir. Well, it was back in 2017 that the Russians launched their Soyuz MS-4 spacecraft into space. It was one of the only times that the spacecraft would only carry 2 astronauts into orbit. The astronauts that went into orbit were Fyodor Yurchikhin, who was making his 5th and final flight into space, and NASA astronaut Jack Fisher, is flying his only flight into space. There was only the second time that the Russians have used a Soyuz vehicle to carry 2 astronauts to the space station. Typically, they carry 3 people. In fact, on landing this vehicle, Peggy Whitson, who was part of the team that was on board the International Space Station, came home on that Soyuz vehicle, ending her 3rd and last space flight. Russia maintains a series of meteorological satellites in orbit. Well, one of those satellites has now failed, having worked far beyond its expectation. The Meteor M spacecraft's orientation system failed on that vehicle, and it was taken out of service. We also know that the astronauts are getting ready to come home. Mike Hopkins, Victor Glover, Shannon Walker, and Soichi Noguchi are scheduled to splash down tomorrow off the coast of Florida. That landing will take place at about 11:36 a.m. However, the Crew Dragon Resilience will undock from the International Space Station today at 5:55 p.m., getting ready to land. They have delayed the landing one day due to bad weather. So the astronauts got to spend an extra day in space. Russian cosmonauts will be going out to work in open space during an EVA 3 times, in May and twice in September. Oleg Novitsky and Peter Dubrov will exit the space station in order to disconnect electrical cables between the Pirs and the modules, preparing for the Pirs module for undocking. As part of the 2 exits in September, the astronauts will connect electrical cables between the new Nuka module and Zvezda. That new module will take flight in October. Make that July 15th. That's when the new Nuka multifunctioning lab will be launched to the International Space Station. The Russians will also attach a Progress vehicle to the Pirs docking compartment, which will then be let go. On July 23rd, it will re-enter the Earth's atmosphere, having done its job, and be replaced by the new module. We also know that an actress and a director of the film Challenge will fly to the International Space Station on October the 5th. They will launch on board a Soyuz 21A rocket. Challenge will have the actor and the director, Klim Shipenko, will fly, and seasoned astronaut Anton Sheplerov will be in charge of that Soyuz spacecraft. It's designed to have astronauts fly and then also have on the International Space Station. It's being made. They hope to have this movie done ahead of the United States and potentially Tom Cruise going to the International Space Station next year. A modernized version of the Angara launch vehicle for Russia is being prepared for launch at the Vazhny Space Center. They hope to use Vajny as well as possibly Plesetsk to launch their new vehicles into space. Well, we're having a little bit of intrigue as the Ingenuity helicopter has failed its fourth flight on Mars. A timer that should have worked properly did not work on board the Ingenuity spacecraft. Hopefully this afternoon or this morning at 11:30 a.m., NASA teams will again try to have Ingenuity take flight on the red planet. The hope is that they can keep this helicopter flying for several more flights before it's taken out of service. And when it does get taken out of service, it would have met all of its flight objectives, and we're going to then start to see the Perseverance rover doing its job. Perseverance is designed to seek out potential life forms that were on Mars in the distant past, and if there's a possibility of something in the near future. So even though the helicopter may no longer be in service, certainly the rover will be. Russia is also going to be closing the hatch on the Zvezda module on the International Space Station shortly. And they're closing the hatch with having a bunch of tea leaves and other small items that they're hoping will be attracted to indicate the location of that slow leak on board that module. Russia is hoping that they can find the exact location, and they'll be in a position to seal it up finally to where it is not leaking at all. They have already located a couple of other spots on the vehicle that had minor cracks and taken care of those, but it's still leaking. Not as much, but leaking nonetheless. We also want to tell you that the Senate has confirmed Nelson as the next NASA administrator. Next up will be Pam Melroy for her approval as associate. Monday we'll tell you about the landings and what the Biden-Harris administration has done during the first 100 days. So until then, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Siegel with the Space Program each and every weekday at this time, giving you the latest and greatest all things NASA. Time to take a trip down the road and up the street and around the corner to one of our favorite places, Ellie's Downtown Deli, Bonnie.
Where, of course, we know they have some of the best fresh jumbo wraps, too, in town. And Chef Mark is serving up a chicken brie wrap. Oh, with the delicious brie cheese. Yes, you get your choice of wrap filled with some oven-roasted chicken, sliced brie cheese. You get mixed greens in this, homemade raspberry, pineapple, radish, cucumbers, served with a side item of your choice. Try a fresh hot bowl of soup for lunch today. And Chef Mark wants to let you know that they do cater and will cater your next event, from an office party to a barbecue or even a wedding, you name it. Ellie's Downtown Deli caters too. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open. Plus, they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-05 to order and pick up today. They're located at 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado and Stuart. Call 772-781-6605. It's Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart.
8:42 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news, all brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin, where you can get the best deals in town at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Here's Bonnie.
Thanks, Evan. A massive investigation has led to a drug bust worth more than $50 million in Polk County. Operation Dirty Water involved multiple law enforcement agencies and netted the largest amount of methamphetamine in any large-scale investigation. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd says the operation was coordinated by an inmate from his prison cell.
This is not a horrible fairy tale. It's the truth. This guy organized and set up all of this operation from Home Sweet Home, the federal penitentiary in Atlanta, Georgia.
Sheriff Judd says the operation has ties to the Juarez Mexican drug cartel. Former President Trump said yesterday he is 100% thinking about running for president again in 2024 and would certainly consider Governor Ron DeSantis as his running mate. Trump made the comment on Mornings with Maria on the Fox Business Network. Trump called DeSantis a friend of mine and a great guy. In Port St. Lucie, 3 people were injured too seriously after a Thursday crash on Southwest Bayshore Boulevard, according to Port St. Lucie police. The incident happened about 1:30 p.m. as a Buick traveling north on Southwest Bayshore Boulevard tried to take a left or make a U-turn crossing Southwest Bayshore Boulevard by Southwest Duxbury Avenue, Sergeant Keith Boehm, police spokesperson. A Lexus Sport utility vehicle traveling south collided with the Buick, Boehm said. The crash location is between Crosstown Parkway and Northwest Prima Vista Boulevard. The Buick driver, a woman, was taken to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center and Heart Institute in Fort Pierce, while the passenger, a man, was taken to Cleveland Clinic Tradition Hospital. Both sustained serious injuries. The driver of the Lexus, a woman, had minor injuries and was treated at a local hospital, Boehm said. Boehm said there were no signs of impairment. No other information was available as of Thursday. It's often fun to observe the various stages of the moon and try to interpret what that shape may resemble. Is it a cheese or a banana? Perhaps the moon sometimes resembles a pizza pie, but one major food chain thinks that the moon is rather taco-shaped. So on May 4, the moon will enter a new lunar phase, and Taco Bell is suggesting that phase looks rather taco-specific. To celebrate this galactic moment, Taco Bell is going to give away a whole bunch of free tacos. Taco lovers nationwide can get a free crunchy taco all day on May 4th through the app or online with no purchase necessary in honor of the taco-shaped phase of the moon. Well, lastly, if you're looking for some adventure, something to head out to this weekend, head to the Port St. Lucie Art and Craft Expo. It's going to be held at the Mid-Florida Event Center, formerly the Port St. Lucie Civic Center, and both days happening this weekend too. Tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4. It's all outside, and you can expect 200 booths with live music, adult beverages, food, and fun. Expect the unexpected at the Port St. Lucie Art and Craft Expo this weekend. What had been expected for months finally became official Thursday night when the Jacksonville Jaguars used the number 1 overall selection in the 2021 NFL Draft on Clemson quarterback Trevor Lawrence. It's included in a strong group that includes BYU. And let's see, the New York Jets did select Justin Wilson, who was picked by the Chicago Bills. Trey Lance went with the 49ers, and Mark Jones will be with the New England Patriots. Our news time is 8:47. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
8:48 right now. With Evan and Bonnie, it's time for traffic and weather together. Let's check out what's happening on the highways and byways. Here's Bonnie.
Yes, on a good-looking Friday morning, it's good-looking too out on our roadways, including the Fort Pierce area. Traffic is moving smoothly along US 1 all the way on down to the Hobe Sound area. The major highs reportedly good right now. The latest from FHP and your latest look at traffic. And a good-looking morning, 74 with sunshine right now in Stewart, and in Moose Jaw, Canada, Saskatchewan, it's 44 and cloudy. Here's our weekend weather update at WPTV.
Happy Friday, sunshines. It is a mild and muggy start to the morning in South Florida. Temperatures starting off in the low to mid 70s and some light rainfall possible for the morning drive. This afternoon, hot and humid weather, highs reaching the upper 80s with heat index values in the mid 90s. We'll see partly sunny skies today and about a 30% chance for showers and maybe a stray thunderstorm. Over the weekend, highs stay in the upper 80s, partly sunny skies with a 30% chance for some showers and a couple of thunderstorms. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Time now is 8:52, and don't forget, coming up a little bit after 9 o'clock is the critically acclaimed, award-winning, riveting Priest and a Rabbi show featuring just Rabbi Durbin today because Father Christian is on a sabbatical right now. Gosh only knows where he's gone. I really don't know at this point, but Rabbi Durbin, good morning to you. You're looking mighty dapper this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
And where has Father Christian disappeared to? He's gone off the face of the earth or what?
He's gone MIA. He's on assignment today. but will be with us next week.
Wow. So who is going to be your guest, or is it going to be all you kibitzing for the entire hour?
So, first of all, Evan, I love the fact that you threw in the Yiddish there, because that's actually my Yiddish word of the day is to kibitz.
Really?
To talk, to kind of get things together. But I am really thrilled this to have a great friend of mine, colleague that I actually call my rabbi. And his name is Rabbi Danny Berkman. He comes out of Massachusetts, out of Wayland, Massachusetts. And we're going to talk today about, his experiences, growing up. He grew up in London. He was trained as a rabbi in Los Angeles, spent some time in Long Island, and now is the senior rabbi at Temple Kol Tikva in Wayland, Massachusetts.
Wow. Very, very, very nice. And like on cue, the rabbi pops up right on the screen. Good morning, Rabbi. How are you today?
Good to see you, buddy.
You're catching us on the tail end of our morning radio show. Of course, you will be on with Rabbi Durbin a little bit later on. So, Rabbi Durbin, what topic are you and the rabbi going to be speaking about this morning?
I think Rabbi Berkman and I just kind of, as you said, Evan, this morning, to kibitz, to use that Yiddish term, to just, kind of talk about, the impactful stuff that Rabbi Berkman's done in his congregation, the challenges. Obviously, we live in the Wild West down here in the South, in Florida, and what it's been like for him in New England, and, what some of the challenges have been. How does he... how has his congregation embraced, if I could, dare I say the word embrace, the challenging situation over the last year, 18 months, what impact that's had for him, certainly both professionally and personally. And, where's the hope? Where's the hope for, for his congregation in the North and the Northeast, for us around the country? And, what sense can we make out of it? That's what we're looking at.
It's funny and ironic that I mentioned the word kibitz this morning. It's like we were on the same wavelength without a doubt. But when I think of kibitzing, another Yiddish word comes to my mind, and something my mother used to call me. She used to call me, I guess it's somebody that kibitzes too much. My mother used to call me a yenta. And of course, yenta kind of is synonymous with kibitz, because if you kibitz too much, you become a yenta. Am I correct?
Sure.
Okay, just
go that way.
Just agree with me, okay? Just agree with me. And Bonnie is completely lost in all this kibitzing that we're talking about.
I just remember the Barbara Streisand movie called Yentl.
Yentl, yes. Rabbi Durbin, did you see that movie by any chance?
I did.
You did?
A long time ago.
Wow. Okay. Don't give your age away by saying a long time ago. You could just say I did. My gosh, we don't want to reveal your age that you're only 41 years old, for gosh sakes.
But what does Yentl mean?
Yenta. I'll let the Rabbi Durbin explain the true meaning of yenta, if you would, please.
Sure. So, we look at the word yenta in Yiddish, and it how do you even say it? I mean, there's a challenge. It's more
He's lost. I threw him for a loop.
No, it's one who's like a busybody, one who's constantly being busy, one who kind of uses the gift of gab.
There you go, Bonnie.
Okay.
All right.
Gift of gab.
Yep. So I guess if somebody was to call me a yenta, that
you're
would
gabbing too much.
Be an okay thing, or maybe that I'm just a little gabby, but
a little gabby, right? Right, Rabbi Durbin, just a little gabby.
Sure.
Okay.
Rabbi agrees.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Hey, don't forget, make sure to tune into Priest and a Rabbi. They'll be coming up a little bit after 9:00 this morning. It's going to be a great program. I've never had dueling rabbis. It's like dueling pianos, I guess. So now it's going to be the dueling rabbi show. So that's going to be really interesting.
With a missing priest.
With a missing priest in action. It's going to be great. All right, guys. Hey, we'll talk to you a little bit, Rabbi Durbin. Take care, and thanks for being on. Folks, it's been a great week. It really has. I've had more fun this week than I've had in a really super long time.
We had a lot of fun this week. Why, we even had donuts, and that was special.
Yeah.
So, and next week we might be having a tortilla slap.
Oh yeah, we got to, when Phil comes in. Yeah, we're going to do a tortilla slap challenge. Tortilla slap challenge live on the air.
So this is getting kind of popular on TikTok.
Yes, on TikTok videos. And if you're wondering what it is you get a big tortilla, you fold it in half, and you ask somebody a question about you. And if they don't know the answer about you, then you get to slap them in the face with the tortilla.
So the act of winning is bringing the biggest tortilla to slap within the competition?
Pretty much.
Or is it the knowing the most about the other person? You should know the most about your friend.
Yeah, you got to know the most about your friend.
Yeah, so you don't get slapped.
Me and Phil are going to do the slapping tortilla contest. Okay. And we'll give you the list of questions and you can fire them off.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. So, hey, folks, thanks so much for joining us. And, of course, those of you listening on WPSL, thanks for putting up with us for a couple of hours. G and Ray will be back on Monday morning. Remember, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside.
Oh, you won't. And just have a safe weekend. Be clever and cleverly sociable and friendly.
God bless each and every one of you. Have a great weekend. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. We're WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast. We'll see you right back here on Monday morning, 6 a.m. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you.